Nothing Pacific, a non-specific podcast. Esplanade, home of the hottest homeless homeless.
Cool.
It's about to get noisy because I'm about to eat a ganzito, or what are they called?
Mexican Twinkie?
Yep.
Mexican chocolate Twinkie.
Mexican chocolate Twinkie. That's exactly what
It's not like a ding dong. A ding dong is. Well, no. I mean, the ding dong is basically the chocolate Twinkie because the ho ho is the rolled up one.
Mm-hmm.
But Ganzito has their own Mexican ho hos too, but they got like
Mexican
strawberry cream in them.
Ho-hos.
Yeah. I don't know what episode this is, but it's Sunday.
It's episode 38.
Definitely not.
No, it's not.
It's like 22, 23, maybe 24.
Maybe 26.
Of Nothing Pacific. It's not that far.
We're not that far yet.
No. Last week we were going to record, but it was Mother's Day. Why did you suggest Mother's Day, not Saturday?
I didn't know it was Mother's Day, man.
Yeah, but it was Friday when I asked, and then I told you. Why didn't we do it Saturday?
I don't know.
We probably should have did it Saturday.
We should probably record it all the time, but we don't.
Yeah, we need to get back into that habit. But,
I was going to ask you, did my boss call you, the business owner? No? They're supposed to call you.
If he did, he didn't leave a message.
Oh.
But like my service has been so shit lately, especially at the house.
I think it's like a 577 number.
577. I definitely did not get that phone call. Got a bunch of 800 numbers, but yeah, no. Did you give him my home number or my work phone number?
Give him the one that I have, the 4. What's that number?
414-0314?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the number that's almost
I don't know
exactly
why I just
like mine.
said it on the thing. Yeah, no, I didn't get any.
Call you from anytime you want.
Nobody listens.
Nobody listens anyways.
No,
You definitely can't do that shit when we have like 1,000 followers.
No. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Mother's Day. What did you do for Mother's Day? Although you forgot about it till like last minute.
Well, I didn't actually because it was Fatima's birthday on Saturday.
So you're like, I took care of you yesterday.
Yeah, well, we bought my mom and dad. We bought my mom gifts and my mother-in-law gifts, and we gave them to them on Saturday because everybody else had to work and shit. So
that's why we didn't record Saturday though.
Yeah, I had a party to attend.
Yeah, I was on my way here, like I was getting dressed and everything. Then my mom texted me, was like, "Hey, we're going to Santa Fe." Well, she like screwed up the text real bad. It just said Santa Fe, come here now. I was like, okay.
Santa Fe, come now.
It was like coin Santa Fe, something. I was like, oh, okay. We went to Gabriel's. Over. It's like in Milwaukee or Tasuki, but like it's been there for like 20, 30 years, right?
Yeah.
And I've always seen it, and I finally went in there, and it is not great at all. I had a lump crab enchilada.
Yeah.
And that is, like...
I don't know about that.
Crab is good. Enchilada was not great. Together, it was not good. And they served it with a shit ton of black beans. And I hate black beans because you don't eat black beans in New Mexico.
Right.
It's like people that spell chili with an I here. It's like, you don't belong here. You shut your mouth.
557.
Okay, I still didn't get it.
Okay. He's supposed to be calling you, though.
Okay.
It's a pretty sweet job. But Gabriel's, I had a sexual harassment case against them when I worked human rights.
I thought you mean somebody sexually harassed you.
No. It was a real bad sexual harassment case. One of the people came and reported it, and I had to investigate it. It was pretty fucking bad. Like physically and all kinds of shit.
So it was a sexual assault, not sexual harassment.
It was a dude on dude.
Okay, so
dude on dudes.
That doesn't make any difference.
No, it was to the point where the dude had acne so bad
that
it flared up, like his head almost exploded. That's how bad it was.
I don't understand how that works, but okay.
It's nuts. Stress levels and all kinds of other shit play a role, and yeah. But it was pretty bad. She ended up settling out of court, so it wouldn't go public. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that kind of derailed my story, but yeah. And then I went and saw.
You went to Gabriel's.
I did other things.
Crab enchilada. That just does not sound right, man.
It sounded interesting. It was like, okay, let me try it. Like their whole menu, they have a vegan parts of the menu, which it hasn't always been there, and it's Like their whole menu sucks. It is all overpriced, and it looks like any restaurant in the plaza.
Did you get the guacamole that they make in front of you?
No, the guy asked us about it, and me and my mom were like, no. And then we saw them doing it somewhere else. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Last time we went there, it's like $12.50 for the guacamole together because they make it in front of you, stupid.
It's fresh.
I turned it on them and I told them, hey, well, why don't you just give me the ingredients? I'll make my own. Mm-hmm. And they didn't like that very much.
Yeah, that's because
just make it cheaper.
Yeah, it's kind of rude.
It's not rude. How's that rude?
It's kind of rude.
No, it's
like,
not.
Hey, we do this one special thing for you because white people like it.
It's rude to take a thing and fuck it up in front of some people. That's what it is. Their wok isn't all that great. It's not great at all.
It's not about how good it is. You ever been to Benihana?
Yeah, I couldn't.
It's really not that great.
Yeah, but I couldn't hang with those guys because those guys are...
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's all show. You're not paying for the food.
No, well, I don't
Their sushi's pretty good, though. Although they were kind of upset that I was there with a bunch of people. I ate sushi and everybody else was eating hibachi. Was like, I don't want that shit. I don't like it.
Sushi's pretty good.
But
lie.
No. Yeah, and then we went to the movies, and I don't... what the fuck did we see? It just came out.
Black Panther.
No. It was a Marvel movie, though. Hey, that's the needle guy.
The needle guy?
Yeah, the one that was shaving his head.
Is that him?
I think so.
What the fuck is he doing in front of here? Does he know that we're in here?
Why don't you ask him?
I'm gonna go see what the fuck he's doing. That was a little weird.
Yeah, we went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the new one. It's actually pretty good.
My boss actually just asked me the other day if we watched it, and I said no, haven't watched it.
They're big cultural things. But like, if you watch all three of them, it carries a full story between the three. But yeah. I don't know. My mom likes those. I guess we're going to go watch the new Fast and Furious next week.
Why? At this point,
my mom loves the Fast and Furious movies.
At this point, it's assault, man. They're forcing it upon us.
Kind of. But like she likes the Marvel movies once I started watching them with her. She likes the Fast and Furious. She likes Sharknado. So... my mom likes weird movies.
Do you know what movie I don't like? The one you made me watch. And yes, I finally watched a movie that
The Dirt Bike Kid
asked me to watch. The Dirt Bike Kid.
It's a wild ass movie. Let me pull up my notes.
Pull up your notes, man, because...
So, it's basically the Love Bug, if you've, or Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody's seen it. They might have seen the Lindsay Lohan version, which is cool, I can jack off to Lindsay Lohan while watching a bug. But it's really not even that. And it's the
Jesus, man.
And it's the kid from A Christmas Story who plays Ralphie.
He shoots his eye out?
He doesn't shoot his eye out.
He does shoot his fucking eye out.
He has both of his eyes by the end of the movies.
Well,
he hits Ricochet and he hits his little BCGs. Glasses. Yeah.
You know how BCG, you know how expensive those fuckers were back then?
Yeah, do you know why they still use them in the Army?
Yeah.
Because they work.
But you don't...
He won't shoot your eye out with them. That's why they use them.
Don't shoot your eye out, Ralphie.
But anyways, so basically this whole movie is some little dickhead has a dirt bike, and he's like, man, I'd love a dirt bike like that. He's like, you can have it. It's a piece of shit. Turns out it's a magic dirt bike.
Magic legs.
And it's weird because nobody in the entire movie does anything about it or recognizes this thing has headlights and it moves back and forth and it's emotional the whole movie. Everybody looks and they don't care. It just rides up to people. People don't care. It's like, get this piece of shit out of here. And it was you're not going to question the fact it rode up on its own to you.
It delivered your package to you by itself.
There's one part where he's getting chased. Well, actually twice, but he's getting chased by bikers and he fucking flies away. He hits a ramp and flies through the sky and shit. And everybody's just like, okay, that's what dirt bikes do. Dirt bikes can fly.
The captain tells him to stay on the truck. I'm on a truck. Stay there.
Yeah.
The funny part is that a kid's movie? Is that considered a kid's movie?
Yeah, that's why it doesn't make any sense.
The thing I thought was funny is when he first goes to the racetrack with the money, and he meets up with his buddy there, and his buddy's like, "Yeah, it's really going on today." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "The races are good." He's like, "No, look over there," and it's a lady with big old tits bouncing up and down. And he's like, "More bounce to the ounce." Like
I totally missed that part.
that was in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
I
was
wasn't
fucking laughing because she's all like jumping up for the racers and stuff, and he's just sitting there like that. Is what
It's
he's
all
like.
children racers too.
I know. He's like more bounce the outs. He said. It's just
Jesus.
the fact that he said that it caught me.
I do like how every part there was a stunt. It was clearly not a child on this dirt bike.
It's a grown ass man.
It's a tall, grown-ass man, and they didn't even, like, put glasses on him, because they do, like, a close-up of his face and shit. They don't even put glasses on him. And, like, every time Ralphie puts his helmet on, he, like, hands his glasses off to somebody, puts his helmet on, and they just hand it back like it's no big deal. It was like, you could have asked, you little dickhead.
I was laying there watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife was getting ready to crash out. And I lay there watching it, and she hears the dirt bike fucking revving like fuck. She's like, what are you watching? And I'm like, the dirt bike kid. Just leave me alone. And she's like, what is that about? I said, I don't know. Ibram told me to watch it. I'm fucking watching it. So I said,
What did you watch it on?
my phone on YouTube.
On YouTube, okay.
Yeah. And
I don't care if it was on your phone.
So she turns around and she's like, what's it about? I said, I don't know. Apparently a kid in a dirt bike. And so we started watching it. She lasted like maybe 10 minutes into the movie. She's like, this is fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, it's actually pretty funny. Like I said, you gotta look beyond the characters and what's going on.
Don't take it seriously as a movie.
Yeah, and she's like, well, okay, I'll give it a little bit more. And fucking, it was the part where he was running from the cops, and it was the first man on the dirt bike.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, wow, Ralphie really changed it to a man there. And I was like, yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Like when he first started taking off in the cops the very first time.
Yeah.
Because he does it multiple times. This kid is a fucking criminal.
Yeah.
He's like, he sits there, he pulls over like it's no big deal. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then the fucking cop walks out all the way up to him, and he just fucking does a wheelie and takes off. It's like,
Yeah.
like, what's the point in that? Why'd you pull over in the first place?
And I like how they portrayed the cop to be so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, all the cops in the movie.
like he's going down an alley that's a dead end, and he didn't see the big fucking building in front of him and smashes his car into the side while the kid rides up the fire escape. Come on, man.
I mean, the kid riding up the fire escape is probably a bigger deal. If I saw a kid riding a dirt bike up the fire escape, I'd probably wreck too. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And it was funny because when I saw him go up the fire escape, I was like, is he gonna fucking get to the top and have to turn and fucking go up higher all the way to the top of the building? I was like, and then he fucking wrapped off, and I was like, that's not a fire escape. It's just stairs that lead straight up into nothing. Like, the logical part started kicking in me, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I almost had a seizure. Like,
Oh, when I watch bad movies, I turn that shit off entirely.
I sat through it, dude, all the
I was
way
like,
to the end.
so like one of the big antagonists is the evil banker.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he's in like a million different TV shows. He's a big fat guy.
Yeah, I forgot his name too.
I looked it up yesterday, but anyway, so this banker wants. Okay, so Ralphie is on a baseball team, right? And the guy that runs the baseball team is the coach. He's also the sponsor because he runs Mike's Doghouse, which is so the assistant calls it the hot dog store.
The hot dog
It's a hot dog restaurant, but it's got like all kinds of baseball shit and whatever. And the only reason why this guy the banker wants to tear down this hot dog place and build a new bank there. Because his computer says it's an okay place.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just the computer said it's a good
Stuart
place.
Pankin.
Stuart Pankin. Hodgkins is his name.
Mr. Hodgkins,
Mr. Hodgkins on the movie.
I like Bo, his friend Bo. Chad Sheets is his name.
I like how the little kid on the dirt bike, Ralphie. I like how he blackmails the fuck out of him at the end.
Yeah, like it's not even
extortion like fuck. Like he's
like this kid. This child is a fucking criminal. First, he's like running from the cops. He's harassing bikers. He fucking rides up into the bank's office on his dirt bike,
twice
onto his table and smashes his model.
Twice,
just harassing this old man. It's like, I'm trying to run a bank here. Granted, he's a very evil and very rapey kind of guy, which we'll get back to. But
rapey kind of guy. That's so.
But this child's a fucking criminal, and like over the course of this movie, he's committing all these crimes, and you know what they do? They arrest the dirt bike, not the kid. They arrest the dirt bike.
They put the dirt bike in a cell.
and nobody
Mind
questions
fucked.
this. Nobody like it phases nobody.
It seems like they're normal. Like it's a normal thing. Like, oh, it's fucking dirt bikes back in town again.
Do you think it takes place in the same universe as the Love Bug, where people are just like inanimate objects come to life? Sometimes it happens.
Maybe like, oh, fuck it, that love bug was fucking alive.
Yeah,
why can't a dirt bike be it? Like,
yeah. And he won all kinds of races, cut himself in half. It was a wild time.
And it's funny because that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought the kid was going to, like when the movie first started, I thought that the kid spent the grocery money, $50 on a dirt bike, which is a fucking amazing deal, by the way.
Yeah.
And I thought I thought the dirt bike was going to end up liking him, and then like he was going to enter competitions, like blow the competition away, and, like win all kinds of sponsor money. And
yep. I had no idea what the movie was when I watched it.
That's where I was going. How the fuck did I go halfway into that movie and realize they're trying to save a dog, like the hot dog business.
It's
a fucked up business to begin with. That hot dog business isn't going to last very long.
You mean like the dog house in Albuquerque?
No, the doghouse over there. It's a
I know. I'm saying like the
town.
doghouse in Albuquerque. It's more or less the same thing.
But there's like what? How many people? Like 40,000 people.
Not everybody goes there.
In Albuquerque.
Like
I know, but
nobody was going there until fucking Breaking Bad either.
Yeah, but then there's a certain point in life where you're like, I feel like a good hot dog today, like just a good old American hot dog.
And I go to the gas station for that.
Yeah, that's.
But I don't live in Chicago or anywhere. This is definitely in the Midwest where it's probably a big deal.
Yeah.
But they bring up how much the land is worth too.
But how much is he making on hot dogs? None of those kids bought shit there.
No,
they gave them all for free.
And they were fucking throwing trash everywhere.
Did you see the food fight? I would have beat the fuck out all those little kids. I'd be like,
and he's just like, whatever. And it's not even like the same team. It's two teams go there.
He gets mad at the game for losing, and he tells them to get out. And they're like, what's wrong, Mike? And he's like,
you lost the fucking game, you little retard. What do you think? And then you come in here and you trash my fucking store. Get the fuck out.
This movie is just like, I don't know. It just caught me though. Like I stayed watching it. I watched it till the end. I don't know.
It's a very color by numbers type of movie, but it's not terrible. It's a bad movie, but it's not terrible.
I like how he was about to assault those two women. Like, the first one that was
the bank manager, not the hot dog dude.
Not the hot dog dude. The bank manager. The bank manager had her locked in a room.
That'd probably be a little bit too much rape in this movie.
Dude, it was a kids movie. He comes out and he's like, what do you want? He's like, I want to meet with the board of directors, Ralphie. And the bank manager's like, okay, whatever, like that. And then she comes out, she's like, oh, I see you're busy, I'm going to leave. And then he calls his dog, and the dog chases her back into the room.
Yeah, and then she escapes out the window, and he's like, damn. She
smashes it with a champagne bottle.
He's like, damn, another one got away.
Yeah, another one got away.
So he's pulling this creepy... How does he get them in his house at first, though?
He offers them... He did it like with Ralphie's mom. He offered her a job.
Oh.
And then... He offers him a job. He says, hey, I want you to come down and interview for this job. So these women run down there.
Yeah.
And then when they're in the office, he's like, well, let's have dinner and do this and that, but very sexually aggressive.
That was the weird thing about this movie, too, is that Ralphie's mom, they live in this big house, a garage full of tools. So either dad or grandpa just died. She's divorced. She can afford $50 worth of groceries, which is a lot in the 80s.
Well, she was selling her house. Did you see her?
Yeah, I saw that towards the end. It was like, none of this matters. By the end of the movie, this kid is going to be gone in another town.
Right. Well, they save Mike's doghouse.
But they don't fucking, I don't know, help his house out.
They built the bank behind the doghouse.
Right.
So she hadn't been working for that whole time, and that was like a 2-week span. They only had $50 which she spent on a dirt bike.
Yep.
Oh, then she robbed that old man for the dirt bike. She took the dirt bike back.
Yeah, and then
sold it to him.
Well, Ralphie ended up paying it back off by working for him, doing the deliveries.
Yeah, but Ralphie did 8 deliveries and called it.
I think that was enough. I mean, it's like, I don't want this kid fucking up these deliveries. But he's pulling this little red wagon behind the fucking dirt bike. None of this shit is tied down. He probably lost half of his deliveries. Oh, also, what is a dirt bike? What does he do delivering? He's like, oh, here's some dirt bike parts. You could have just taken it home.
Yeah, and then at the end with the dirt bike pushing the fucking
bulldozer. Yeah,
I saw how much tons of force a bulldozer has.
Like I said, it's Love Bugs. It was just like and nobody's on the dirt bike either. Yeah, the dirt bike is doing it on its own.
Well, Ralphie tells him, "You take care of the bulldozer. I'm gonna go handle Mr. Hodgkins." And he fucking jumps off the bike, and everybody's just like cheering it on, like.
Yep, and then that's when he gets chased by the cops a second time, where he steals a giant trailer. It looks like a Tricon. Yeah. He's pulling it on his dirt bike. He loses it in the middle of the street, and cars start hitting it. Turns out it's fucking empty.
Yeah, that's the first thing I said when that first car hit. I was like, it's empty.
Yeah, and then so did I. And then the fucking motorcycle cop comes in. He like pulls around, and crashes. The bank manager is like, "Go arrest that kid." He's like, "Oh, right away, sir." Yeah, no shit, arrest that kid. He just fucking caused a major car wreck.
And then talking about corruption, that fucking bank manager had the law enforcement in his back pocket.
Yeah, on the sheriff. He's like, "Oh, we can make this loan go away, or we can ruin it."
Yeah, well, he tells the sheriff, if you don't get this dirt bike by morning, I'm gonna line my bird cage with your loan application.
Yeah, he won't give him a loan. It's like, you're the sheriff.
Right.
Just arrest the goddamn dude.
Yeah. Shit was fucking funny, man. I was like, wow.
And then they never addressed the corruption. I don't know if it was legal or not at the time, where the guy who runs the bank also owns a realty firm, and he wants the bank to buy the land that the hot dog is on from his realty firm because he only has like $1,000 in the bank. And they fucking hacked that. When they fucking hacked the computers, that fucked me up too. Because they just go to the school. It's like, breaks right in. It's like, I'm in. It's that easy. You're like 8.
Yeah.
Granted, computers back then, that was kind of easy. And then his friend gets on and he starts fucking with accounts. He rounds his account up to 50 cents.
50 cents.
And some old lady up to $1 million.
Yeah, he gives the old lady $1 million. Why wouldn't you put your bank account like at 20,000?
I don't know. And then she pulls it all out and bounces, and like that's the last of it. Like, this lady just stole $1 million from you.
Right. There's a whole lot of fucked up shit going through that movie.
It's a great movie.
What was one part that I noticed in specific that, like, I don't know if you had noticed. Oh, what was it? Fuck. It was something very particular about it. I don't know. If it comes back to me, I'll ask you. Like, did you notice it? But yeah, that movie was completely fucking.
It's off the walls.
Off the walls. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Like, even with like Gremlins and stuff, you're kind of okay. It's over the top already.
Yeah.
Which at the same time, like, why didn't the guy that was selling the Mogwai just fucking kill the Mogwai?
Yeah.
Like, is it bad luck or something?
I don't know, but it is.
But like
fucking funny shit.
I don't know. I think.
That's what I noticed. The mom. How did the mom load the dirt bike into the car by herself?
Oh, in the way she did, because it's like a station wagon too.
Yeah,
like a dirt bike
wouldn't put the back tire in first. That's like the heaviest part.
It wouldn't have fit in there. Maybe the dirt bike loaded itself up. She's like, "Yeah, get in there, you little asshole.
Get in the car."
It's like she knows it's a living thing.
I don't know. But she loaded it twice with no help. Ralphie, I'm selling your dirt bike. That she lifts it and puts it in there.
Yep. And it's not like a small dirt bike either. It's not like a child's dirt bike. It's probably, what, 250 cc? No, you can look up.
It's an 80 cc. That's what he bought. But the size of it, the way it looks like a 125. So it's pretty fucking heavy.
You can actually look up what the dirt bike was. I saw it the other day.
It was Yamaha, was it? Yamaha?
Yeah.
I think it was a 125.
What was the bike and the dirt bike? 1985 Yamaha YZ80. So it's an 80 cc.
Yep.
That's still a big fucking bike.
Yeah, they're heavy as fuck. Like, you can't just lift those and put it in the back of a station wagon.
You know, if you look at the cover of the movie, like, you should kind of assume that, yeah, the bike does fly. But you figure it's like books back then where it's just like they take weird artistic liberties.
I didn't see that. And why was the dirt bike like a scared dog when he was fucking cleaning it? The fenders were all going inward.
Oh, they were already pushed in. They popped out. They popped back. They were popping back out.
No, well, he went to go touch it like that and it pulled away from him.
Oh, because that other kid fucking beat the shit out of it.
Beat the fuck out of the dirt bike.
So he's more or less his dirt bike is a rescue because the previous owner used to beat the shit out of it. Doing BMX and whatever, called it all kinds of names.
So the one that sold it to him, is he a fucking bad kid or a good kid?
He's a shitty kid, but he pops up all the time because he was at the doghouse. He paid the bikers to fuck this kid up and steal the bike back.
Yeah, he was.
But no
Mr.
punishment.
Hodgkin's son, right?
He was on the team. He was on Hodgkin's team. I don't think he was his son.
Oh, okay. Because I noticed that he would, in the bad parts, he was there.
Yeah.
In the good parts, he was still there. It's like, how the fuck does Ralphie not know that?
He was a shit kid. I don't think he was an evil kid though, because he didn't get any like revenge against that kid by the end of the movie.
I know. That's what. No revenge was.
That's how you know he wasn't an evil kid.
Either way, like, fuck. That movie frustrated me so many times.
Why? Why would you put that much thought into a movie? Unless it was like some historical drama.
Because I do that anyways.
And you don't sit there and watch, oh, Abraham Vampire Hunter. Did he really fight vampires? Fuck no.
Well, I thought it was a kid, like, that was going to win races. He didn't race one time.
Nope. He did race against the odds in time, though. That was a fucking tough. But
terrible.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna watch next because So that was one of the movies I downloaded before I left Georgia. I downloaded a shit ton of movies, and then my computer's been sitting for like a year and a half. And then the problem is, like, I've got like 5 or 6 Japanese movies that have no subtitles whatsoever. Like, I sit there and start, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna watch a fucking samurai film. Nope.
Nope.
None of it's English. No subtitles, nothing.
What's the next movie we're gonna watch and talk about?
I don't know. I watched another one called Serial Buddies from 2011.
Never seen that one.
It's worse.
It's worse?
It's worse. As far as, like, how well it's made and everything, but it's got Henry Winkler in it. It's got Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. It's got there's a famous lady whose name I can't remember from the 80s, and a bunch of no-name people, and it's about 2 serial killers who end up becoming buddies and killing people together. One is a trophy maker, and he kills people that that win trophies. The other one is on a mission from God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's filmed like a 90s porno, but there is no sex whatsoever.
Filmed like a 90s porno.
It's not like you're waiting for it. It's just like very clearly a shitty story.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Like Transmorphers, which is an equally terrible movie, but...
I'm going to look for terrible movies this weekend. I'm going to shoot you a text and say, hey, check out this one.
Yeah, I should have internet by Monday, so...
Nice.
It's how easy I can find them or not, but, like... I don't know. I enjoy shit movies. Because you can just... especially if they're as engaging as The Dirt Bike Kid. Which I kind of wonder how it did in movies, because it's rated pretty low, I think, on PT.
I'm pretty sure The Dirt Bike Kid.
5.3 out of 10. And Serial Buddies is like 4.3, I think. So...
It's a 5 out of 10.
4.3 out of 10, yeah. So, Dirt Bike Kid is slightly better.
I'm going to look up movie ratings, so I'm going to pick like 2 stars.
They just had a movie come out that was like that immediately. But I don't know if it was like because it was being brigaded or whatever. Oh, Christopher Lloyd, that's who it was. Oh, and Artie Lang. Kathy Lee Gifford, that's who I was thinking of.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to take a quick break. I think maybe I should add into like transitional music between our break, because we always take a break at the 20 or 30 minute point.
Yeah.
But I was looking up, well, this one just says hilariously bad movies on Netflix. But so far, Collider is not a place to look for bad movies, because they have the Cloverfield Paradox at number 11, so that's enough to go, okay, that's not really a bad movie. I haven't seen it, but I know it's not, because it did really well, and people say it's pretty good, and if you're into those movies. Worst Netflix movies of 2022. Tall Girl, I have no idea what that is. Marmaduke. No, Tall Girl 2. Spiderhead. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which you really can't put on any of those kind of lists, because it's a horror movie, and you're dumb. Oh, it's a Marmaduke cartoon. It's not even like a live action, so that's probably not terrible. Spiderhead looks bad. Purple Hearts sounded bad. Like, not even like, hey, this is a propaganda movie like Black Hawk Down or anything. It just looked fucking terrible.
Yep.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know why that's number 5. Persuasion. The Royal Treatment. That's a bad ladies movie. It's like Senior Year was pretty good. It's with
senior year.
Rebel Wilson. She's like in a coma for 10 years. And then she comes out. So she goes back to high school. That was a pretty good movie. The Bubble. I couldn't get through that. Did you? It was on Netflix. It's like a bunch of famous people are trying to film a movie during the pandemic. So it sounds like a terrible time. Me Time wasn't super bad with Kevin Hart and Marky Mark.
Yeah.
And Andrew Santino does cocaine in it. Three Caballos. Why is the Three Caballos? Oh, these are Disney Plus movies, but I don't know. What is this one?
What about Rotten Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes might be good, but that depends on the score you're going off. Are you going off the critic score or the audience score?
All the above.
Because sometimes audience are really good at liking shit movies. What do we have here? This one is from Screen Rant. Fucking ads. The Outsider. Oh, this is one where Jared Leto is part of the Yakuza.
Huh.
It wasn't a terrible movie. But none of these stick out as bad movies. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Sword of Destiny. It just wasn't great. Maybe, but The True Memoirs of an International Assassin was good.
What about Ballistic X versus Silver?
What is that?
I don't know. It's
wait.
the number one worst rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
X versus Sever. Yeah, that's actually that's a sequel. It's
Haunted by the mysterious death of his wife, Jeremiah X. Antonio Banderas has become recluse out of the former FBI.
Yeah, that's not a terrible movie.
It's rated number one worst.
Yeah, but by critics or by audience?
Everything.
Let me see.
Near action.
No. Where the rating is?
Oh, I put in
20.
Oh
my God. 100 worst movies of all time.
Number one.
Is that number 0%? 2002. That wasn't a terrible movie. It's just like any other shitty spy film, though. So it's nothing that stands out. Maybe because it had Antonio Banderas in it.
Number two is One Missed Call. When Beth Raymond Shannon's...
It's a horror movie?
Sossaman, witnessed the deaths of two friends. She know there is more than just that.
See, the Cloverfield paradox popped up on Screen Rant too. So I don't know. These aren't really what I would consider terrible movies. But these are also recent movies. People say the Super Mario movie is a fucking terrible movie.
Really?
The original one, not the new one.
Oh.
Super Babies, Baby Genius. Yeah, I'd put that up there with terrible movies.
What about Gold Diggers?
What is Gold Diggers?
I don't know.
Number 8.
It aspires a fairly offensive...
Read it for the fucking microphone can understand you.
Oh.
Just sitting there skimming shit you're on the toilet.
I clicked on more. Okay, let me go to her. Calvin, Friedel? God damn it, fucking stupid ads.
It's nicer to do it on your computer sometimes when you can see. Look, either way, these aren't the list we want.
No!
Fast X.
Yeah, it popped up. It says click more, and then fucking bullshit things pop up. I got an idea.
Pause it while we wait.
No. There we go. Now it can't hit me with the fucking ad. I screenshotted it. Calvin, Will Friedel, and Leonard Chris Owen, two broke losers, are arrested while trying to rob rich old sisters Doris Louise Lasser and Betty Renee Taylor. The women have a change of heart, drop the charges, and invite the boys over to their mansion. Calvin decides he and Leonard... it fucking cut off.
That didn't work either.
He and Leonard should marry the women, and when they soon die, live off their inheritance. The ladies, however, have to run their own financial troubles. On Wednesday, the boys with plans of murdering them for insurance money.
Huh. That sounds fucking boring, honestly.
Yeah, it does.
Well, nobody else has really died this week either, so... I don't know.
You guys made it another week without her.
Well, nobody we cared about, Jim Brown from the Cleveland Browns. I don't know who that is.
Don't know.
I don't know. I haven't even had anything good pop up on my news feed for Google. Nothing interesting has happened. Nothing interesting has happened on Reddit. Like, it's just been a fucking boring week as far as anything goes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Michelle Yeoh says there's no sequel to Everything Everywhere All at Once, and she's finally getting scripts that don't ask for an Asian-looking person. Okay, that's something. I don't know. What did you do this week?
This week, all I did was work this week. It's kind of...
What's with your hours? Like,
I work all fucked up hours, man.
yeah, why is that?
On Friday, I was there till like 7:30.
That doesn't answer what the question was. I said, why is that?
Because I got to get shit done prepped for trips across the nation.
Was it because you bullshit a bunch of your time in the morning and it doesn't happen till the end of the day, or what?
No, usually in the morning we're still working on shit, getting shit prepped. But then, like, I portray it as it's kind of like a city bus, okay? Mm-hmm. The bus sits there for 10 minutes and nobody gets on it. The second it starts to pull away, everybody comes fucking running trying to get on it.
Right.
That's exactly how my job is. We sit there all morning, prepping, planning, all that good stuff, getting it all done. Mm-hmm. The second that bus is about to pull away, everybody fucking calls. I need to get on this trip. I need to get on this. And It's just fucking endless. And we have to quote them, get it picked up, get it dropped off, all kinds of shit. So that's why my job sucks on Fridays. Because it just fucking... After about 2 o'clock, everybody starts panicking that the show's going to leave. That's when they all fucking call us.
Why don't you just tell them, like, hey, you can get on one tomorrow. It's not going to make any difference. It gets
because we don't have one going tomorrow. They're each weekly.
Oh, it's weekly.
Yeah.
So they wait until Friday 2 o'clock to try to get on.
Yeah, because the shuttle leaves Monday in the morning. The shuttle will leave from like Oklahoma, Texas.
Right.
Trip. It'll be gone Monday all the way through Friday.
Is it just stopping in different cities?
Yeah, the whole time. They'll pick up. So the route goes like clockwise. And so they'll stop at the first stop, drop off, pick up whatever they got. Next stop, drop off, pick up, and so on and so forth. All the way around.
It's like Amazon.
And then sometimes we'll get calls where they're like 200, 300 miles off the route. Uh-huh. And if it's worth the money, then we'll send them over there to go pick it up and then drop it off at the next stop. So your driving could be a great big circle, or it could be a circle with a bunch of little
offshoots. Yeah,
little lines on it.
I gathered as much.
So that's what they fucking...
That's lame. I woke up yesterday morning and there was dog prints all over my porch.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because of rain. And then I went to bed for like an hour, walked by the kitchen, and there was like 3 sheriff cars outside my house.
Really?
What the fuck is going on? Yeah, I share a yard with the neighbors.
Uh-huh.
They had like the trunk open, and then like I was like, oh shit, domestic violence.
Oh shit.
But I don't know. I went to the store, came back, and then like the husband was driving away, and then all the sheriffs were leaving, and then like a few hours later, the husband was there and the wife was there in different cars. It was like maybe she got caught stealing something.
Maybe that's
because there's no other reason why they had her trunk open.
Yeah.
In front of the house.
Right.
But.
Well, yesterday we got back from Santa Fe. We had to go do some stuff. On the way back, we're turning from 84 to 85 to 503.
I don't know where that is.
It's just the turnoff where I go to my house. Yeah, you do know where it is. You've been to
I don't know the names of the highways.
The main highway.
I got it.
To the fucking scenic route. That's what everybody calls it.
Keep going.
There's like 3 sheriff's deputies, 4 Pawaka tribal.
Aren't they always out there though?
No, they have this one Raptor pulled over on the side of the road, and they fucking... So many cops for one dude.
Oh, dude.
I was like, he did something bad.
I was in La Masia yesterday, right? Like, right in front of the Black Mesa entrance, the golf course.
Uh-huh.
They had fucking SWAT out there.
Oh, waiting. I saw that. They had the communication center and everything. What was going on?
Dude? There's guys just sitting there bullshitting, eating, and whatever.
Really?
You know that first private drive going down whatever road that is into La Masia? They had a sheriff blocking that road, and then everybody was staged off on that side. I was like... That's cool. I should probably put my seatbelt on. I have no idea what happened because I picked up like 2-3 cans over there. I was like down there for like 30-40 minutes. Came back, they're all still sitting there and was like, oh, well, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, shit.
But they got all kinds of shit going on lately. But like the sheriffs the other day were pulling over tons of people.
Yeah.
Up here through Hernandez.
They finally caught that dickhead for first-degree murder that's been running from them.
Yeah, that's not probably a big deal.
They caught him.
He killed his like uncle or something.
Yeah.
Elmer. He's actually from Pueblo.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
For a second, I thought he was somebody else because I mixed up the last names, but I know, like, I knew of his uncle Elmer that he shot.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, I know that. Because everybody called him Elmer Fudd. I mean, it's also not like a very popular name to be called Elmer.
Yeah.
But people also said he was like kind of dumb and annoying, so you can kind of see why he got shot too. But who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, it's like the other day all the homeless people came out because it's springtime, but it was raining. It's like, fresh flowers, fresh homeless in bloom.
Fresh homeless in bloom.
It's like nothing has been going on though. Like there's
downtown Espanola is flooding.
Flooding?
Yeah.
What is considered downtown Espanola?
Well, where the blue herring.
Oh, right over here?
Yeah, that fucker was underwater the other day.
From the river?
Everything. Downtown was like the
It's
plaza.
not really downtown, but
Well, either way, the fucking
yeah. I
plaza
guess you
was all underwater.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Like 2-3 days ago. Right
Like
up the road from where you work.
After work?
Yeah, it looked like a late evening picture, but they posted in the.
Oh, I didn't see any of that shit.
Yeah, it was all cars had fucking water going over their hoods as they're driving. Why they would do that, I don't fucking know. Apparently, when it rains, people lose their brain. So
you got places to go, man. Sometimes you can push through it. Plus, everybody knows how deep it really is over there.
But you're in a fucking SUV and the water's going over your hood. Is it really that important?
That seems like a lot more water than there really was.
There was a lot more water than they didn't think about being there. They got caught with their pants down. It was flooding. Like there's so much damage.
I mean, there's
been
a flood report for like the last 2 weeks for Mendanalis.
Yeah, that whole fucking place is a floodplain.
It's a fucking valley and it's a floodplain. But the lower side is closer to like Albuquerque is a floodplain. But
people think, oh, this is a nice arroyo. Let's build a house in it.
You mean like Chimayo where the roads are arroyos?
Yeah. Let's build a house right here. This looks nice.
Well, those houses have been there forever. The arroyos came after, but
either way.
There's also a reservoir back behind Chimayo.
Yeah.
Like when you go up to 92, that whole the mountain range. There's a reservoir over there.
That little road to the back.
There's no road over there.
Well, we went on it. We were there.
No, we were on 92.
Yeah.
Whatever that top road is, I'm talking past that in all the rocks and stuff. There's a reservoir. If you look on Google Maps, you'll actually see it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
fish in there.
I think it's a dry reservoir.
Oh.
Like it's only there for flooding and shit.
Boo.
Yeah. I was supposed to go fishing yesterday. I just didn't get out of my bed. Also because I sent my wife like an extra $100 I didn't have.
Where are you going fishing at?
I don't know. I was thinking about going to Nambe, but because I didn't get up or do anything, I was like, eh.
Me and Baylor are actually going to go when we finish this.
Yeah? Fuck you.
There you go. Throw some lines in.
I don't have any money, so I can't really go.
I'll pay for you. It's no problem.
You want to go all the way to the house, grab my shit, and then go?
Drive up there. If I can meet you there.
Yeah. You'll see where I live and where other people live on my road, apparently.
When I'm saying you go get it, I'll go pick up Bailey and our shit, and we'll meet you there.
I don't have gas. That's what I'm saying.
God damn it, man. Now I gotta put
No
gas
money
for you.
means no gas.
I'm gonna build you a... Fuck is it called?
I don't know, but that was a really long pause.
I know. Look at the light.
No, I'll have gas on like Monday or something. I'm waiting for some money to come in. But it's like I was kind of excited. I was like, yeah, I'll go fishing this weekend. Maybe, I don't know where I'll go, but I'll go fishing and not catch anything like usual. But here's the real bummer is I'm in a weight loss competition with Josh. It's like $100 after 3 months. Whoever loses the most weight.
Yeah.
So I quit drinking. So now I'm super fucking bored all the time.
Don't quit drinking.
That's the easiest way to lose the weight.
No, that's the easiest way to gain a weight. Your body changes, transitions, trying to get used to
I
it.
don't-
It's going to restore fat because it thinks something's going on.
I don't think you understand how much I drink.
Well, I'm saying...
Just cutting the drinking out. I'm not like replacing it with food. I'm still eating the same amount.
Well, no, I'm saying when you just stop drinking alcohol, I gain like 100 pounds, like nothing. Because your body goes through some
You're just
fucking
one of
fierce
those weird persons.
No, it just goes through
'Cause
fierce changes.
Last time I quit drinking, I lost like 30, 40 pounds.
Do you know a beer a day actually increases kidney health by 40%?
I think those are kind of rigged things, kind of like how people aren't sure whether eggs are good for you or not.
If you break down all the contents of beer, you got your barley, your hops,
No,
all the vitamins.
Not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying. I don't care what's in it. I'm saying people always say a beer a day, red wine, or a shot of alcohol once per day, not exceeding 2, but no more than 3 during the week or whatever prevents you from binging, like AA talks about. But there's all these studies that say it's yes, but there's all the studies that say no as well. It's enough to the point where people like eggs. Eggs always comes out. The yolk is good for you. The yolk is bad for you. The white's good for you. The white's bad for you. You have to have one. You can't have both.
But what they're saying is beer, just any beer in general.
No, I understand that.
Because it's
also good for it's also good for having the hiccups. Because hops.
Huh. No hiccup hops.
It's something in what it does to your stomach. But it's one of those things like, oh, this is good for you. It's like, I don't believe you because it's also about body everybody's body is different as far as nutrition goes. Yeah. So a diet that'll work for you won't work for me.
Well, my nutritionist had a very major, relevant point. Too much of anything is a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's what it comes out to.
Yeah. But also, if you're lactose intolerant, milk is bad for you.
Yep. The way to keep a baby the safest in a car seat is don't put them in a car.
Yeah.
It's like...
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of irrelevant as far as like, oh, you know what the safest sex is? Abstinence. Which turns out is not true. Safest sex is just not existing.
Yeah. Just don't put it in.
No, just don't exist. Just kill yourself. Be done with it.
Jesus.
It is.
It is.
It's way more safer.
We're at 46 minutes.
I know. But, no, I'm in this weight loss competition for $100, and we're like 2 weeks in at this point. And last Wednesday, they started giving free first beer to all the comics. And we just sat there, it's like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, at that point, I'd be out. I would go get my.
I'll have if I have 1 or 2, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's over the course of this entire thing. I just have to lose more weight than Josh.
So you just have to lose a pound more than him.
Maybe. I don't know. We didn't really discuss anything because he's.
Where's he at today?
Josh? Probably. He has work today.
Oh, he has work today.
Yeah, he was going to be off yesterday because I want to see if he can just go fishing with me, and he changed his mind. So I don't know where he's at. But, no, what was I saying? He started at like 305, 306, and I don't think he realized how much he weighed.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I think the gym scale's off. And it's like,
no.
Then he says like 305, 306. It's like, I mean,
yep.
It looks kind of, I'm like 250, so.
Yeah.
I also carry it very well, but come on,
just
man.
tell him, dude. Hit him with it. He needs the truth.
No, I do. I'm usually pretty nice.
Don't call him a fat fuck.
Oh, no, we all do that. We do that constantly.
I know. He's going to
call him little diabeto. Nah. He's only gotten upset once about it because, like,
dude,
he's also living in his car voluntarily.
Yeah.
So I think
does that make it any better voluntarily?
No, but like after the 1 or 2 weeks of it, like he's clearly not getting good sleep and everything, so he's like short tempered.
Yeah.
So we were fucking with him, and he like kind of caught a moment of emotions. We're like, okay, I guess.
You're not fat, Josh.
Oh no, we won't say that. It was like we're fucking with you. Clearly you're fat, but
that's fucked up.
No, he ended up locking himself out of his car too. We both pulled in at the same time, and I was sitting there waiting on him, and he locked his keys on. I was like, well, fuck. And you know how they have the ground wires for telephone poles and stuff?
Yeah.
Sometimes they're loose, so I sat there, broke a piece off, pulled out the big screwdriver, got his keys out. It's like, there you go. Don't trust the locksmith. Trust the criminal.
Trust the criminal. Yeah, the criminals will get into your car real quick.
Yeah, it's not like he has anything worth stealing in there.
I did that one time with at a Walmart parking lot in Santa Fe.
Broke into somebody's car?
This dude locked
a lot of stuff?
No, this dude locked his keys in his car. And there was 2 police officers, Santa Fe PD officers, that were struggling because they had pried like his door open. They were trying to jimmy his lock and stuff like that. And I told him, I said, do you have a long piece of metal in your trunk? He said, yeah. He brought it to me. Turns out I just got lucky that day that he had that long strip of metal. Well, I cut a little notch in there like that.
Like a Slim Jim?
Yeah, stuck it in there like that, fucking jiggled it, and fucking popped his locks for him.
They don't work on all newer cars, though.
It wasn't a newer car. Yeah. That's the thing, is they had them all propped up for an old fucking, like it was like, I think it was a Civic. Oh. And I fucking stuck it in there like that, Jimmy did, fucking popped his locks, and they just looked at me and I said, I'm on your side. I was like, I just know how to do this.
We were at the casino, and one of these cops from OK Winger were out there trying to help this lady in her car. We sat there and watched him for like 45 minutes, just like this. He's bad at this. They cannot get it open. Hanger and everything is just not doing it. Eventually, they called the locksmith.
Did I ever tell you about when One Ho Lee locked his keys in his car at the lake?
Who?
One Ho Lee, the Chinese scientist that got accused of selling secrets to China.
No, I don't know who that is.
One Ho Lee, Google him. He'll
No,
pop
I'm
up.
not going to.
He won like $120 million lawsuit against the government for they said he was. They never proved anything. But he was an avid fisher. He liked Nambe Lake. And I was a ranger at the time up there. He rolls up in this badass fucking a Lincoln. Mm-hmm. And he's fishing all day and stuff. And I come around.
Who goes fishing in a Lincoln?
He does, because he has the money. He don't give a fuck.
Still.
Who goes shopping in a Bentley? I saw a lady scrape the front of her Bentley on one of those concrete things in front of Trader Joe's.
I mean, everybody in Savannah, the rich people, they're like shopping in Maseratis and shit.
But
you're not throwing raw fish in there.
Yeah. She probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He threw it in his car.
Was it like a Lincoln Navigator, or was it like
a
Lincoln town car?
Like a town car. It was pretty fucking nice. It was one of the newer ones.
Weird.
Yeah. Anyways, he fucking locked his keys in the car. BIA shows up and they're trying to like jimmy his doors to get unlocked. And I said that's not gonna work because it's a newer car. Some gyms aren't gonna work on it.
Right.
So I keep talking to him and I was like, Mr. Lee, I said I don't want to pry your door open because it's not gonna sit right afterwards and I don't want to fuck up your entire car.
How fucking far are you prying doors open that you're doing?
It's a wedge. The wedge fucks up the door no matter what. That's why law enforcement now these days won't even fucking use it on your car. Because they get sued because the door doesn't sit back right. Because they bend out the top part.
They're doing it way too far.
Well, no.
You ever see the little airbag
not even too
ones?
far. It's the door's supposed to sit flush perfectly.
Mm-hmm. And if the window seal doesn't work,
you stick a centimeter in there, it still pries that door out. That door's going to stay to that same distance as you pry it out.
Depends on how much tension you want.
I did it to everybody.
I've
read the lawsuits.
Well, those people suck at doing it.
Either way, that's why
they're a cop and not a locksmith.
That's why you call a locksmith now, because law enforcement's not going to do it for you anymore. But anyways, long story short, I told him I don't want to pry your door open with the wedge and risk fucking up your car.
I would have fucked.
And so he's like, oh, good point, he says. And I told him, I said, do you have OnStar on your car? And he goes, huh? I said, OnStar, do you have OnStar on your car? And he goes, no. I think there's a language barrier. Well, after, I waited a few minutes, I'm like, this car's brand fucking new. Like, it has to have at least the fucking warranty on there. Like, the OnStar 30-day warranty.
Right.
And so I told him, Mr. Lee, do you have OnStar? And he goes, oh, OnStar! Calls fucking OnStar. 2 minutes later, they lock his car. He drives off.
That story sucks.
I stayed there for 45 minutes telling that guy. And we were supposed to close about 45 minutes ago. I stayed up there that whole time.
You should just call the locksmith. It's like, we're going to have your car towed. Figure this shit out.
You know how long that would have taken for a locksmith? He's up in the fucking mountains.
Huh?
The closest locksmith is what, Ralph?
No, there's ones in Santa Fe.
Yeah, Santa Fe, that's even farther. It's an extra fucking 30, 40 miles.
Yeah, but they're not all busy. They're on 24/7. Ralph isn't.
But either way, we're closing the lake. We're still getting people out and all that.
Yeah, just kick them out. It's like, you can wait out here. Somebody else will
We lock the gates at the bottom. We have to get everybody out.
Yep, cool. You can do it tomorrow.
Can't do that. What, are we going to make him walk home?
Yep.
Can't.
Call a cab. Get an Uber.
There was no Uber at the time.
Yep, you're fucked.
Uber is all a brand new thing.
Get a cab.
So he was stuck there. Couldn't do that. And then he dies and we're liable. Yeah.
That sucks.
Happened.
You're going to be liable. You locked him out of the gate.
You're a terrible business person.
There's no business about that.
There
it's
is.
like, hey, you got to leave.
Everything. You left a guy in his car and he got eaten by a mountain lion.
No, that sucks.
Happens every day.
We let him stay in the ranger station until somebody picked him up.
And then he eats all the food in there like that, created another liability.
You don't let him eat any food.
What, do you have locks on your fridge? We don't have locks.
No, you sit there. You have somebody
sit
there with him.
There's a whole lot of alternatives that we can shake our dicks at all day, but at the end of the day...
You have somebody sit there with him, and then you kick him out and say later...
to open his car because he didn't remember he had OnStar.
Doesn't matter. I would have fucking just told him, look, you can get it in the morning. Because when you give people those ultimatums, that's when they start freaking out and making phone calls.
No.
Because, you can call the dealer.
Ultimately, they look at you and say, well, close it up. I'll stay here. You can't do that because it's a liability.
You're going to have to leave.
Can't because it's a liability.
You can sit in the ranger station until...
Goddamn, we're not talking about this any further.
Wait.
It is what it happened. What it happened.
I just don't think you've met enough assholes because that shit happens all the time.
And then, yeah, they do that all the time, and then at the end of the day, something happens.
Nope.
Dude, I read all.
Oh yeah, the big cocaine bear comes out and eats everybody. Oh well.
That's based on a true story.
I know, but the bear died immediately. He didn't kill anybody.
You never know.
Yes, I do, because that's what the story was.
You ever heard of rabies? Rabbit?
Yeah, did you know they drop airdrop packages of rabies vaccines for raccoons to eat?
Oh, that's conspiracy.
I saw a picture of it yesterday.
I don't know. I can show you a picture of cool stuff. I can Photoshop shit all day long.
No,
make
it's
it true.
They're pretty new vaccines for fucking raccoons, but that's why
for vaccines. Jesus.
Yeah, it looks like a silica packet.
Yeah.
And they just airdrop them into forests, hoping the raccoons will eat them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a far-fetched thing.
Sounds like a misplaced plan.
Not really. Raccoons will eat whatever the fuck they want.
What are the odds of a raccoon finding a little fucking packet?
If you drop enough of them, pretty good.
I don't know about that. See,
what are the odds of a raccoon coming up to your house, knocking on the door, asking for food?
You would think that you'd give them to the residents of the houses
no,
in town to put them outside.
I'm telling you, this is an actual thing that happened in Tybee Island.
Because the most plausible thing would be that rabies and raccoons are more dangerous to subdivisions and shit. That's where I would start handing them out.
Where do you think they get it? It's from the wild raccoons. They don't just get it out of nowhere.
Well, no, they're vaccinated, so therefore you would think the front line would be like local.
That's where they come from. They don't just live in subdivisions. They come out of the woods.
Yeah, I know, but they come out of the woods to the subdivision to get food because they're lazy. They don't want to hunt for their own shit anymore.
Lazy because they don't really hunt either.
They get accustomed to people feeding them.
It's not even from people feeding them. It's from
Why do you think you're not supposed to feed any wildlife? That's a
not
law.
what I'm saying.
But
it's not them being lazy or anything. That's just where they do go. It's like, hey, there's food here. That's not necessarily lazy.
That is lazy.
Considering how many...
I don't feel like breaking this tray open for a bunch of
Oh, you mean
insects,
like
I'll
how...
just go to this house and get some pizza.
Yeah.
That's lazy.
Not really. They know where the food is. They're hunting and they're gathering for food, right? Half the time...
How many mountain lions do you see that are lazy?
I didn't say mountain lions. We're talking about raccoons.
We're talking about laziness.
Raccoons have thumbs, right? They are problem solvers, and they, much like crows, they can solve puzzles, right?
But they're lazy.
So they're using their brain, and they're evolving. They're not being lazy. Not necessarily being lazy. They pop into trash cans. They knock on doors. They steal cat food. They're not lazy. They just know where the food is.
Like, there's food out in the mountains. There's bugs in trees. There's shit that they should be eating.
There's shit you should be eating out there too, but you don't.
Fish. I do. I have oryx. I have deer. Fisherman? I have elk in my fridge. I do eat the animals out there.
I didn't say the animals.
But
there's wild grass and mustard and tea and all this other things.
And
you should
I
be
have
eating.
those.
Oh, you have them? Like your wife go to Trader
Indian
Joe's to buy Indian tea?
No, my wife goes outside and picks it and dries it
herself.
herself.
Did you not tell me she went to Trader Joe's?
She used to go to Trader Joe's, but I told her this shit grows like wild fucking weeds outside. And now she goes and gets that.
Exactly.
But once we learned, raccoons are evolving. They're fucking...
Crows are evolving too.
How?
They've tested on a higher intelligence bracket within the last 20 years. They're actually growing smarter. It's kind of like how apes are just now starting their Stone Age. I think it's orangutans in India and great apes in Africa. I can't remember what parts of Africa. All these different animals are seeing to like hit this next milestone.
Yeah.
Right? Like where they start using tools to hunt, to fish. There's actually a picture I saw of an orangutan using a spear to fish.
Yeah.
And then where they start using rocks. So they're entering their Stone Age.
Well, gorillas,
a bunch of other animals like
kill their shit with rocks. They chuck rocks like
they also just take it and crack it. Gorillas don't really need it. I said great. I said great apes. I didn't say just gorillas. There are other kinds.
Gorillas so they can learn quicker.
Pretty much. I kind of think if we dropped a bunch of swords on them and see what happens, maybe something cool.
Dude,
I don't know.
Can you imagine dropping some fucking like different types of swords, like
battle
swords and some fucking samurai swords,
and maybe they develop their own bushido. I don't know.
Can you imagine the fights they would?
But there are animals like that. That's just kind of how evolution is. It's technically being lazy to a degree, but you use a different part of your body to get something. So
I think you're onto something.
Yeah, raccoons. We can probably train them later on to use tools as well.
No,
no, they do use tools.
I think
raccoons and crows use
battle
tools.
axes and swords
For great apes?
With gorillas or somebody, because that'd be a sick fight.
Probably not gorillas. Chimpanzees, definitely. Orangutans, sure. Macaques and...
Dude, why do we have to talk about yours? your
Baboons
Baboons.
are already scary enough. But
fuckers are pretty rough. Pretty ruthless.
They're fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure.
Like tiger scary. But they're tiny. So it's
Dude, did I tell you about when we went to the aquatic center? The aquarium in Denver?
No.
No?
Probably. I don't know.
One year we were like, let's take a trip. We'll go to fucking Six Flags, all that shit like that. Well, we go to the aquarium. And we fucking go inside. Going through the whole thing. It's a long fucking big-ass tunnel that you walk through. You see all the fish and all that stuff. Well, in the middle of it, they have a tiger sanctuary where they had 3 teenage tigers in there. At the time, they were teenage when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there and I'm looking. And, like, I'm looking at this fence. And I'm like, this fence ain't shit.
Wait, you did tell me this story. You told me on the podcast, too.
Yeah, if these fuckers are to get aggressive and get crazy, they can get through that fence like nothing. Especially the top part that was all rusted out and fucking falling apart. Like, he was, like, rubbing against the fence. And the top part's just jiggling loose. If he would have got out of that fucker, man, oh my God. It would have been a tunnel of fucking... It would have been a buffet.
Not really. I mean, if everybody keeps here... Because tigers don't attack creatures that look at them.
Yeah.
So a lot of time in India, people will wear a mask on the back of their head.
But
so if everybody keeps eye contact with the lions
but that's
or
no
tigers...
guarantee, though. Because
that's not a guarantee,
how many people are going to stay there and face that tiger?
Well, it depends. Is there
everybody's going to scream and run?
Know anything?
It's going to be like a bunch of little fucking...
You would hope. But...
I don't know. I told one guy there, I said, look at that fence, dude. That's going to come apart. I said, let's get the fuck out of here. And we fucking left. Like,
I don't know.
We skipped all the other exhibits and we got the fuck out of there. Fuck that.
Yeah, but that's like any zoo, though. Like, you don't go to the zoo because you feel safe.
Well, to a degree. You know, there's people in the back with rifles and shit that'll respond. But at the aquarium...
That's just it.
There's trained professionals.
I don't know they have guns.
They do.
No,
I know they have guns. That's what I'm saying. The zoo is pretty much a safe.
That's a wild assumption.
It's not a guarantee that they're going to stop the animal attack from killing you.
Again, I don't know they have a gun.
They're going to put it to... They're gonna suppress the threat.
They might just kill a couple of the fucking kids, let the tiger take care of it.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
While it's busy, then they take care of it.
I don't want that raffle ticket of the tiger on top of me.
Because you're the number one person they're going for?
You never know. How many people have been attacked by bears?
It's like, look, a baby water buffalo. Who wants people when we got water buffalo?
You never know.
I'm calling you fat.
I'm not fat. Whatever. You, they're like dudes with ponytails.
Yeah, I doubt that.
I think they would.
I think they're going like, look at the big slow one.
I would put all my money on black that they would use your ponytails floss.
Yeah, considering I don't ever wear a ponytail except for now.
Either way, you got long enough to do it.
And the fact that they don't use floss.
Either way.
No. You're just mad because you'd be probably an easy target for them.
No.
They go for the big, the weak, and the slow.
There's one thing.
So it's usually kids.
There's one thing they don't count for is there's no laws against me carrying a firearm in the zoo.
There are some places.
Some places, but not in New Mexico.
You're talking about Denver.
I'm talking about not going to Denver. I'm talking about New Mexico.
Yeah, we were talking about Denver.
Oh, I didn't go to the zoo in Denver.
Tigers at the zoo in Albuquerque are different. They're in a cage, surrounded by a fence, surrounded by a third fence.
We had the chance to go to the zoo in Denver. We didn't go. It's like, you see one animal, you see them all. It's like...
Not really.
Yeah.
The Korean zoo is...
You've seen a crow, right? Yeah, the crow's different here than
They keep crows
Denver?
at the zoo?
No, the crow's outside. Like, you see a crow fly by. Are you going to go to Denver? Let's go see a crow.
Yeah, maybe. If they're bigger.
No, you're not. That's a fucking crow. They're average bird.
Not really.
Yeah, they are.
Like, have you ever seen the difference between a crow and a raven?
Yeah, they're skinnier. One's skinnier, one's bigger.
One is massively bigger. Not like a little bigger. It is massively bigger.
Yeah, but
take your baby bigger.
But even at that,
okay, so when I was at the Korean zoo, there's animals there you don't see in zoos here.
Yeah, see, that's the wow factor, though. That's what you want to go for, is the animals you've never seen before.
No, I wanted to go because it was something to do. I like going to the zoo. I don't care if I see the same animals every time. It's the different environments you see them in. Like at the Korean zoo, they had the alligator pit in the middle, but it's surrounded by monkey cages.
Interesting.
Monkeys close enough to pee on you. And my friend got peed on.
That would be cool.
The monkeys at the Albuquerque
That's the experience.
Zoo, the spider monkeys at the Albuquerque Zoo, next to the food stand.
Yeah.
You can actually feed them. You're not supposed to, but you can actually feed them.
You're not supposed to.
I gave one a cigarette once too.
That's
Took it away.
sick.
It was like, oh, that's pretty awesome.
Light it, dude. You're sitting there with a lighter. Come on, bro.
You can't say like, oh, you go to the one zoo you've been to all. Definitely not. The Riverside Zoo in
Well,
Roswell.
I know, but I'm saying I'm not saying
Riverside Zoo in Roswell has the same animals as one in Albuquerque, but it's 100 times better.
I'm not saying
why is it better in Roswell? Who the fuck knows why?
I'm not saying that all the zoos are the same.
Oh,
I'm saying
we don't
seeing
have
all the
pandas at
same
Albuquerque
animals.
Oh, because we have pandas in Albuquerque.
That'd be cool if we did.
We don't.
I don't have a
You gotta go all
driving
the way
thrill
to
to drive
DC.
to Denver to go see a panda.
Do they have them in?
I don't know.
They have them in DC, but the DC Zoo is cool because it's part of the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
So you can buy one ticket for all of it.
Oh shit. See, that'd be cool to see. But do I have a willing to go to DC to see that? Not really.
That's because you're fucking boring.
Well, it's like when
Oh,
you
do you
see
want to go
one
to?
animal,
Do you want
you've
to go to
seen
Six
them all.
Flags? And that's not about seeing the animals, like I just said.
It is.
It's about go.
You go to the
I
zoos
just
to see
made
the
it very
cars
clear
there?
that it's because there's different zoos you can go to and do different things. Like
No, I said, are you going to the zoo to see all the cars there?
I mean, if it's one of those train cars you can drive around, then probably.
That's a train car. It's not a regular car.
Not all
you see
zoos
one
have
Honda
that.
Civic, you've seen them
when
all.
you go to a different zoo, that's like saying the same thing about car shows, dude. You go to one car show, you've been to
No,
all?
that's different because they're all fabricated differently.
No,
You've
they're
seen
not.
one zebra, you're going to tell me the next zebra is going to be different?
That depends. Is the environment they're in different?
I don't know. Does that
Then
really
yeah, that
draw
makes,
to me? No.
that makes a major difference. If you
It
go
does
to
not
one,
make a major difference. It's the
if
same
you were-
goddamn animal.
If zoos were the same as malls where they're cookie cutter, then yeah, I would say you're right. But it's not. Every zoo is different.
Yeah, the
That's
zoo
what makes seeing those
experience-
animals different. Because some zoos you can go up really
But
close to the
But
fucking
the number one
animals.
thing is, like, let's go to the zoo because they have this here. They have this animal here. I don't want to fucking go see that. I want to see one fucking...
where you can't see it. Look, a panda bear that we don't have Albuquerque.
Yeah, a polar bear. We do have an Albuquerque.
That's actually kind of rare that we have one.
Yeah,
we
I
don't
know.
have those everywhere.
But I don't have a driving force that says, hey, let's go to Denver and see those polar bears.
You don't really go to places for the zoo either, though.
Exactly.
You go to the zoo because it's a different experience in a different town.
I don't experience a lion jumping at me from the bottom of their pit.
That would be pretty cool because you don't see
That
that. 'Cause
would be
usually
pretty cool.
they don't do anything.
I know, but that would be pretty cool. But all the animals just fucking lay around and don't do shit.
That depends on what zoo
It's all
you
the
go
domesticated animals where they have them like jumping through hoops and shit.
to. That's not a zoo at that point. That's a circus.
See?
I don't know what zoo you've been to where they do that.
I've been to the circus in Santa Fe before they got rid of the lions, and that shit was pretty sketch.
Most circuses are, though. But no, I
all
mean,
of
like...
us. But it was pretty cool, though.
What other zoo did I go to? Fuck. I've been to some pretty cool zoos. Dude, whether you see the same animals or not, it's really irrelevant.
Yeah, but that's
Because-
the reason why I would go to the zoo is to see like the different, like how they have it set up. I wouldn't go to see like, oh my god, I'm so excited, these zebras are gonna be cool.
Yeah, you're not really
Nobody
going
gives
for
a
them, though.
fuck
You're
about
going for the experience, like I said. 3 times.
That's questionable.
Really? Because you just said it.
I would
See
go
how
to
it's a
see-
different setup. It's
I
a
would
totally
go
different
see
experience.
how it's set up and what it's like.
Yeah, that's a
It
different
doesn't
experience.
have a driving force where I'm gonna book it tomorrow and go do it.
Nobody goes to the zoo automatically. It's like, hey, there's a zoo here. Let's go
That's
check
like
it out.
saying, let's go to McDonald's and eat a cheeseburger.
Oh, you mean like...
In Japan.
Yeah,
That would be
dude.
pretty different.
Yeah,
That would be
I would
pretty
definitely go to
different.
it. Because the
But like, I don't want to go eat at
King
McDonald's
in Korea
in,
was
like,
awesome.
I don't want to go eat at McDonald's in like Alabama.
What if it's the one by NASA in Huntsville?
It's not really a driving force.
Do you know? I don't know. There could be cool stuff there. Like the
There's
the
cool shit
UFO one
everywhere,
in
though.
Roswell.
I like the more outside the box.
The UFO
distinct things.
isn't even the cool part about that. The fact that they still have N64 arcades there in their play place is the cool part.
That's pretty cool.
There used to be one in Albuquerque where they had all the they had toys, every year of toys they had.
Really?
Yes. You don't
See,
go,
that's the cool shit.
See, you're not going for the burger unless it is something different like the green chili
That's like
double
saying you wouldn't be
cheeseburger that
going
you can
for the
only get in New
toys.
Mexico. Huh?
That's like saying you're not going for the toys over there.
I mean, I'm not.
So
But-
you go.
You go to that McDonald's for that experience. You go to some McDonald's, like other people in other states come here so they can get a green chili double cheeseburger. That's not even the best place to get a green chili double cheeseburger, but it's enough to go, this is cool.
Yeah.
In Korea, I had the 1959 burger, which is basically the quarter pounder deluxe that they don't make anymore
Uh-huh.
with a regular patty. Or they had the shrimp patty burger.
Jesus.
Shrimp patty burger is fucking awesome.
That sounds weird.
It's basically shrimp compacted fried.
Into a patty. Yeah.
Like whole shrimp. What else was there? But if I also wanted to go, I'd rather go to Lotte Burger.
Burger.
Latte Mart Burger.
What?
Latte Mart is a
Latte
major
Mart?
thing in Korea. But they have their own burger place.
Yeah.
Where you can basically get McGangbangs on the menu. It's called the American Burger.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
But would you want to see zebras in Korea?
Yeah.
No.
How the fuck
it's
did
the
they
same
get?
goddamn thing.
Because you know how they get them here. It's very questionable. You go in Korea, they had fucking raccoons there. American raccoons.
Really? Like they're shocked to see those?
Yeah,
Those
because
little fuckers every day.
they don't have those there. It's
Yeah.
not a wild animal there.
But that's the thing, going back to what I'm saying. The
Like in
animals.
Afghanistan?
You see one animal, you see them all.
You really haven't though.
You have.
No.
You're telling me one.
Oh, look, a dog. I guess I don't ever need to see a lion in real life.
Oh, look, a dog. Do you want to see another dog?
Yeah.
Why?
Dogs are fucking cute.
Yeah, they're cute, but that's it.
No.
What if you saw the homeless dog?
No.
The homeless dog outside. You see
Homeless
him
dog
once.
is fucking
Are you
cute.
gonna be saying, "Hey, let's go back to the classroom so we can see that dog again"?
Have you ever seen little kids? That is exactly what they do.
That is weird.
It is, but it's a reaction you have.
But it's like,
Have you ever gone to a zoo and they have like the cat exhibit and it's like a fucking bulldozer?
yeah,
Yeah, see? Or what else?
the Barbie museum.
The one from Rat Race or like
Rat Race, yeah.
Yeah, see
I want to stop at the Barbie museum, and it's like
that's the thing. Like you go for those things. You want to see what's different about it. Why is this so cool here? Why is something that's normal for us like the squirrels or raccoons in Korea? Why is that a big deal?
That's
for
a
them?
whole different country, though. I'd go to the different location to go check that out, because I would expect them to have animals there that I've never seen before.
Why?
Do you know the last time I've been to the zoo here?
Apparently not for a
It
very
was
long
like
time.
20 years ago.
See,
Because
that's why
I've
you
seen all
don't go
the
to the
same
zoo
fucking
often enough.
animals. They have
you
oryx
just-
in the Albuquerque Zoo. I
Do
just
they really?
shot one of those about a month ago.
They have them in the zoo.
Yeah.
See, that'd even be fun just to go to the zoo and see all the little kids. See that thing? I shot one of
I
those.
shot
once.
one last week.
Yeah,
It's a
see?
picture.
Even then, doing that'd be fun. Or the snake house in Albuquerque is something cool because you don't have that everywhere.
My wife hates snakes. She'll freak the fuck out, which would be pretty funny.
Again,
Just saying.
it's its own thing.
Let's go
They
check
had a
this
monkey
out.
house that was in Korea that was like the snake house.
See, a monkey house would be fucking sick, because
It was
monkeys
not.
do different shit all the
They didn't have
time.
any of the monkeys in there. They just had a
Really?
skeleton.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was weird.
This is the monkey.
But like I said, they had the monkeys
Yeah.
by the alligators and stuff,
No.
which was weird.
Like alligators, I don't have a driving force.
Like how
to
many
see
times have
fucking
you gone to
alligators.
the Natural History Museum in Albuquerque and walked through that fucking
I
lava
have.
volcano?
Yeah.
How many times since you were a little kid have you done that?
Once.
You-
I did it once when I was a kid and once when I was a grown up. It still didn't change.
That's one of the beautiful things about it too, though. Because
I
it's
wanna
not even
see some
even then
new
as
shit
an
there.
adult, it's not even about your experience. Half the time, it's about your child's experience.
Yeah, but my child likes different shit than I do.
That's cool. You fucking force them and like, look,
Force them to watch this
Yeah.
movie.
I've been forced through so many fucking cemeteries in my life. All veteran cemeteries, Civil War cemeteries, fucking those like Jamestown places.
And how does that make you feel?
It's actually pretty interesting. Like I'm glad I went as a child because as an adult,
Because-
I'll make my child go through it. Yes, it's like, look, this is things you're not going to see everywhere. Like we were in Nebraska and we stopped at a Civil War cemetery. It had Confederate soldiers and it had Union soldiers. Union soldiers, it was well taken care of. The Confederate shit, they were just letting run down.
Like
Nobody was
weeds
taking
and
care.
shit.
Yeah, yeah, dude, it was fucked up.
Wow.
Because even like, there's different levels of way you can look at that, but at the same time, it's like, why don't they? It's like, oh, because they lost. It's like, really though? I mean, they were still Americans. They were traitors, sure, but
Yeah.
there should be some level of respect there.
Yeah.
I mean, not so much where they glorify it, but whatever. But if you go to Savannah, a couple of their cemeteries are all Confederate soldiers and shit, but that's all well taken care of as well too.
Huh.
But this, at the same time, you're thinking, well, these are guys that died that weren't from there that died there. So you learn about these different things by being forced as a child to go through them.
That's true.
I've also gone and seen where most of my family is buried in this country. because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I've also gotten to do those cool Jamestown forts, see stocks, go to Fort Pulaski in Georgia, go to... I don't remember what it was in Virginia. There's like a few different things I went to in Virginia when I was little. Or you go to old Army bases, old Navy bases.
See, that shit is
go to
cool.
different museums, go to different art museums, go to different science museums, because it's just like zoos. They're different everywhere you go.
Yeah.
You could still be seeing the same shit, but that's not really what you're going for. You're going for a different experience every time. Like, have you ever been to the Rocket Museum in Roswell?
When I go fishing, I go to catch fish.
I go to enjoy myself. Whether I'm catching fish or not, it's not really a thing.
I catch fish.
I don't, but I also enjoy myself while I'm out there. Nice peace, serenity.
Interesting.
But, like, have you ever been to the Goddard Rocket Museum in Roswell?
No. Yeah, I have been there.
Do you remember the giant beaver they had there?
Yeah.
Like, in all the things in the...
Beavers.
Well, it's like you go through, it's all this rockets and stuff and, like, how we got to the moon. If you go to the Smithsonian, it's not as interesting.
Yeah.
Except for this one little room. Mostly because Goddard was from there, I guess. And then you go through, and then it has, like, all the Civil War and armaments and Revolutionary Wars armaments, which those people weren't out in New Mexico at that time. And then there's just a giant stuffed beaver.
Fucking beaver.
I don't... And if you have never seen a beaver before, they're, like, 3 feet tall.
They're huge.
It is a
It's
fucking
just
scary
like
animal.
Wolverines, man.
Wolverines
I
are
thought
like...
Wolverines were like the size of like maybe a fucking like a mouse or something. The way they portray them. Turns out those fuckers like 4 or 5 feet tall, and they're fucking.
They're about the same
crazy.
size as a beaver because they have one there too.
Yeah, they're nuts.
Mhm.
But like
Well, they're
Wolverines,
not nuts. They're like badgers. They're really violent.
they're crazy as fuck. Like, have you seen those fuckers?
Yes.
They will fight and they don't stop.
Yeah, like badgers.
I saw a Wolverine get torn apart by some wolves, and he killed fucking 3 of the 8 wolves that attacked. Like, that was pretty fucking brutal.
Right.
But those things are relentless.
Mhm.
They don't fucking give up for shit.
That's why I said it's like a badger.
It's
Or a honey badger.
a honey badger.
Like, I was like, oh, this thing doesn't give a fuck. Neither does the Wolverine. Like, why do you think Marvel picked him as one of, like, the coolest superheroes?
Yeah.
They didn't call him Honey Badger.
But
Although, one of the 2, whatever you want to call them, Wolverine clones is named Honey Badger.
Really?
The little one, Laura.
Oh. But the thing is, when I like grew up in school reading books about like Wolverines and shit, not X-Men, but like Wolverines.
Yeah.
I always like pictured them like, oh, it's a small furry little creature that's just crazier than shit. But then as I grew up and everything like that, I've seen like these shows.
It's like a Tasmanian devil is like small.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like a little Tasmanian devil. I thought.
Well, I thought a Tasmanian devil would be big. It turns out it's
Yeah,
not.
I thought
Wolverines
were going to be small like a Tasmanian devil.
Right.
But I started looking, and then like these like shows that come out like Bear Grylls and all that shit, where they've seen Wolverines in the wild and they're fucking massive. I'm like, it really did set into me like as a grown up, like, god damn, these fuckers are huge and they're relentless. Can you imagine? Like, I would rather fight a mountain lion, like barehanded. I'd rather fight a mountain lion than I would a Wolverine. Wolverines are fucking insane. The way they fight, the way they do things.
It's a wild animal. I don't like like. There's no surprise about this.
But if they said either you die or you got to fight one of these animals, which one would you pick?
I'd probably fight the animal just in case.
What would you?
Because there's a chance. I just don't flip a fucking coin, dude.
No, what would
Do
you
I get a stick?
Would you fight the mountain lion or
Do I
would
get
you
a
fight
stick?
Wolverine? No, you get nothing. You're bare hands.
Nope, I'm flipping a coin then.
Just at random. You're gonna stack. Your
It's
odds.
not gonna be good either way.
Well, it's not gonna be worse one way. I should say.
Exactly. If I don't have a stick, I don't care.
Okay, I'll give
Flip
you a
a
stick.
coin.
I'll throw a stick in your hands.
I can at least keep the Wolverine away.
This Wolverine's gonna get you no matter what.
It doesn't matter. I can keep it back.
I'll give you.
You're not gonna keep a mountain lion back
I didn't
with
tell
a
you
stick.
your stick's only like 2 feet long.
I don't care. It really doesn't matter. You can at least keep the Wolverine back with a stick. You're not going to keep a fucking mountain lion back with a stick.
The stick is 2 feet long and it's very brittle.
Doesn't matter.
First contact, it's going to break.
Doesn't matter. You can keep it back for a few seconds. You're not going to keep a fucking mountain lion back with any kind of stick.
I don't know, man. I got a different
maybe
kind of
a spear.
It's like, if we're gonna fucking do this, let's fucking do this. Like, I ain't gonna
Like
give
I said,
I ain't gonna
flip.
give you time to torment me. We're just gonna fucking do it.
Like I said, flip a coin. It's not worth it either way.
But I would think like taking on a mountain lion would be easier than a Wolverine. over.
I doubt it.
I think so.
You just get that one slash across your belly, you're fucking done. Now you're in pain.
The Wolverine bites and slashes at once. Like,
yes,
it's going
but
to latch onto you.
It doesn't have the same amount of reach as a mountain lion. It doesn't weigh 600 pounds like a mountain lion.
Actually, it does. It's big and it's quick.
How big is it? How big is a Wolverine?
Wolverine is fucking massive, dude.
Because I only think it's like the size of a beaver. If that.
They're huge.
But either way, a stick, you can hold it back for a second. But
the fight's going to eventually happen.
yeah, I don't care about that. That's not the point. It's like give a few seconds of reprieve.
Let's see.
Heavier, 24 to 40 pounds.
Adult males are 30 to 40% heavier than females.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same
24
thing.
to 40 pounds. 11.
Yeah, 24 to 40 pounds
8
versus
kilograms.
600 pounds.
I don't know. While adult females weigh about 13 to 26 pounds.
And the pure reach on a fucking mountain lion. It just has to slash you once, and you're more or less done.
I don't know, man. A mountain lion, I think, would be easier to kill. 135 to 175 pounds is a mountain lion.
What?
Yeah.
I'm thinking a regular lion.
You're talking. I'm not talking about Sahara Desert fucking African lions. Like,
either way.
Either way. Look, and it's It's about 7 feet long, between 90 and 105 pounds.
That's still pretty big. I mean, yeah, you could pick that up, but how big are the claws? It's like 2-3 inches, right?
But the thing is, you'd have to grab it by the back of the head and hold on tight.
What, a mountain lion?
Yeah.
It's not really going to make a difference.
It does.
No, because you have to get that close to it. It doesn't make a difference.
Well, mountain lions, when they're afraid, they tuck in with their hands.
And then they slash out at you.
Well, no, if you grab them like that, they only have forward motion. They can reach back like this and
again,
try.
You have to get
but
behind
they can't.
it.
They don't have the ability to turn their arms like
yes,
a Wolverine.
And that's if you're behind it. And chances are you're not going to.
Well, the chances
it's
are...
like holding a small cat. They can still try to fucking bite you and scratch you and shit.
I've grabbed wild cats by the back of their head and got them out of there. They still haven't touched me with the
Whether
phone.
they have or haven't doesn't mean they're not going to try.
I've gotten
so now you're fighting 100 pounds jerking around in your hand.
But have you ever seen how they kill Wolverines? They shoot them and they still come at you. Like,
oh, you mean like people?
No, like Wolverines, like they shoot them like in their,
people do
their
that
vitals,
too.
and they still go like pretty strong.
Yeah, people do that too.
Not as long as a Wolverine.
I don't know. I've heard some stories, man.
I've seen a Wolverine shot in the face and it still ran and got the guy. Like,
people too.
Well, people do stupid shit. They depends on the drugs, like the stimulants they're on.
Not even then.
Yeah.
It's just the adrenaline on people.
Adrenaline's another
Plus
thing.
that, and you only have like this much of your head that is going to kill you instantly.
Yeah, the off button.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I would think I would take my chances with mountain lion versus Wolverine.
I still wouldn't.
Well, if you had backed into a corner and you had to pick one, I would say.
Again, coin flip. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good either way.
It's not going to be good either way. We'll just take our chances.
All right. That's enough for this episode. Right?
What would you guys fight?
Yeah, email Marty because...
Email Ibram. He gave his cell phone number if you
wind
that's
it
how
back. Email works. All right, you guys.
No, send him a text.
One last thing before we go. Every week, we have a subreddit, Instagram, a Twitter, and an email address for any kind of voice recordings. If you guys have any questions, if you have any hate mail, if you want to say something nice, any of those things. Our subreddit is Nothing Pacific on reddit.com. Our Twitter is at a non-specific pod at Twitter, and Nothing Pacific on Instagram. Our email address is nothingpacificnonspecific@gmail.com. Write us something, tell us something, if you have a suggestion, anything. That's it.
Think outside the box.